and welcome to our second volume review of SpyxFamily. I'm sticking with SpyxFamily. I like pronouncing the X. But
SpyxFamily.
yeah, we enjoyed the last volume so much we thought we'd just keep on going.
Just blitz through it, honestly.
We needed to figure out if Anya got into the academy because she's our favorite little psychic.
Can we get like matching Anya t-shirts? That'd be creepy.
I we
Okay.
got to make sure like we make it clear that our support is in a wholesome way,
Completely healthy.
She's just the best character. You know what I want is a shirt of her smug smile from this volume.
Yes,
It's
100%.
so good. That's our thumbnail. Remind me to make that our thumbnail.
No, I will for sure.
It's so good. And the little hair. But yeah, so we start off the volume, with Anya failing and not getting into the academy.
Yeah, she didn't get like she had big, subpar test scores, and then they're like, "Yeah, you didn't get in."
Which I mean is
Cause
understandable, being a 4-year-old taking an exam for like gifted 6-year-olds.
yeah. Anyway, but like as they're there, like the dude who like has a boner for elegance was like, "You're at the top of this waiting list. Like if anyone says no, you're in."
And
Right.
he gave him bonus points for killing the mosquito.
Yeah, he's like, I gave you a ton of points for killing the mosquito. But the only problem is I might not be here for long because I clocked. And then he's like, yeah, I clocked the shit out of that dude.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and then we get the we do get a good Yor moment here. We were just talking in the last video about how we don't get much Yor yet. But we get her imagining killing some like
Random guy to get
harmless
in.
gentleman just to get Anya into the school, and then she's like all embarrassed that she was thinking about killing innocent people.
Just to get Anya in. I love how quickly their dynamic is developing.
Oh, it's so good. It feels natural though. Like it feels like these characters really care about each other, but have only known each other for like a couple weeks.
Oh, yeah. No, it feels good. Like, it feels rewarding. It's
I
definitely not,
agree.
like, cheating you
Well,
anywhere.
again, the art is so good. I'm on the big spread page of the Party Popper, and
Oh, that's a great panel.
you got like Twilight showing probably more emotion than we've ever seen before, or like on par. Got, Yor being adorable, and then you got Anya's little excited face because she's probably never seen Party Poppers in her life.
I love Anya so much.
So good, so good. And
How'd you feel about this chapter? I don't know if how I felt about
the
this
castle bit.
chapter. Not the castle bit. That was great. I love that. But like the eight and a half chapter, like 8.5 and stuff.
Oh yeah, here let me wait. We're only on chapter 6 right now. You gotta slow down.
No, I just meant like in general.
Oh, like the volume.
Yeah, the volume. Yeah, yeah. Not like the chapter itself.
I enjoyed it a lot. I really like. I mean, like we said, we love Anya, so getting some time where Anya doesn't have like her parents to cover for her, and she's got to like figure out her dynamic with these snobby rich kids, is so great. And then we'll get to it. Let's not talk about it yet. I'm so excited from that last chapter.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Um, but yeah, we get just some real cute Twilight and Anya stuff, and then we get so much good Anya in the next chapter. We get her getting her little school uniform and getting so excited. Can we take a second? I'm in the honors program at the school we go to. Why do I not get a sick ass cape like the Imperial Scholars do? Do you see how cool these look?
I wish I had a cape like that. Can we get capes?
I
Not because like we deserve them,
but
but just
like
to have.
just to flex. I mean, you know how this kind of thing works. Like cosplay looking clothes never look good in real life ever.
Oh, they're so bad. They always look so awkward.
Like I knew a weird kid in my high school who got the Assassin's Creed cloak, and it was like, I'm sure he paid a lot of money, and it was like well made, but it looked terrible.
I mean, That's the risk you really gotta pay, right?
Basically, yeah. But look, like Anya being so proud of her uniform and showing it to every stranger she meets. Okay, I love Yor, and Yor is like, it's so adorable how supportive she is in this chapter. She should not be letting Anya approach this many strangers.
No, not at all. Stranger danger is a thing, Anya.
Like, it's yeah, Anya's too pure for this. I love the panel where she's in the grocery store and Anya just turns around to the lady like right behind Yor and she just goes, "Ta-da!" So good, so good.
Oh no, it's fantastic.
And then Anya gets kidnapped. Yor's restraint for not just murdering these kids. I'm so impressed.
Oh yeah, no, hold on. Speaking of kidnapped, my favorite little panel in there is when she's like, "I want to be the." It's like going back a little ways, but then she's like, "I'm gonna be the princess in the castle," and then like flips the table over and is like, "Come rescue me."
Oh, so good. And I loved how like it's obviously not natural. Like Anya's not used to being like spoiled and like saying she needs things. So how like the Afro guy had to like basically encourage her to be annoying to get what she wants. That was so funny.
I just love how well written this series is.
It's so good. It's incredible. Like we said, we really should go back and read this author's old one shots and stuff to see, because I'm sure in 20 years we'll see like insane improvements. But again, like we were saying, we didn't get that much your stuff in the first 5 chapters. This is such a great like thing at the end of chapter 7 where you get her just like absolutely wrecking these street punks, and like they're convinced since she's like a rich kid that Yor is like a maid or something, and then you just get her great panel saying that she's Anya's mother, and Anya thinks she's so cool.
Oh, it's just so wholesome. Um, you cut out a little bit for me for there, just to be, just to communicate that.
Oh, I was just going off about Yor and Anya and their cute little moments in this chapter. Then you get, again, Yor is also a weirdo, just like Twilight and Anya, and she's making the not great decision of training her 4/6-year-old daughter how to punch good.
It's fine.
I'm sure that won't have any negative consequences.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's that big deal.
But now we get into the real bread and butter of this chapter where Anya's starting school.
I just like the little side things with her.
What side thing?
I just like the like seeing her interact with the school students.
Oh yeah, it's
Right, that's what I was referring to.
I like how sad Anya is when she hears that Twilight has immediately given up Anya becoming an Imperial Scholar.
I mean, at the same time, can you blame him?
No, not at all. This is a 6-year-old. But then we get like what will probably be the main plot going forward, where Desmond has a new younger son enrolling in the academy in Anya's grade, and he's got this smug little. He looks like you, Connor. Let's be honest here.
What panel are you referring to, sir?
The introduction of Damien Desmond. He's got this little smug smirk.
What chapter is he
And
introduced
he's got
in?
a middle part.
9?
Chapter 8, page 6 to 7. Look at that face and tell me that's not just a young you.
Yeah.
Look at his,
yeah.
his dumbass little
Not
smirk.
even, I mean, yeah.
I'm sending that to our group chats.
That's gonna be my new profile picture on.
There you go.
On Discord.
Is he your self-insert because he also loves Anya?
That's my self-insert.
There you go. But
That's
yeah, you get this great thing that Twilight is immediately like the friendship scheme. He's gonna make sure Anya and this little twerp become best friends. And
Yeah.
Anya immediately blows it.
She's just so great. How could anyone dislike Anya?
Well, first of all, it's so cute. This is a reoccurring thing that she doesn't know how to pronounce the word psychologist, so she calls her dad a feelings doctor.
The psychiatrist, as she said in the interview,
Oh yeah. Oh,
psychiatrist.
so good. But then we get to it. We get, you're teaching her an important lesson that a cool girl just smiles and laughs if someone's making fun of her. But instead of, doing a genuine smile, she does the most smug little creepy grin. That's just
I just
perfect.
looked at it again.
And so everyone thinks she's just like she's like smugly mocking the people trying to make fun of her. And this obviously, of course, upsets the little angry kid. And meanwhile,
I thought you were gonna say the little Connor.
Little Connor. You know what? I like that name. And then you get her. She gets her first real friend is the little pigtail girl. And then she keeps going.
I'm so glad you recommended this series.
I was not totally sure at first if you'd like it, but since it's such a different thing, like obviously, like not gonna pretend it doesn't like take things that have existed before in manga, like a fake relationship established for other reasons that becomes a real relationship. That's like a story as old as time. But the execution of this series is totally new. Like,
and just the inclusion of like Anya and how well she's written for a child character.
Definitely.
It's just so nice.
And I remember when I heard the synopsis for this series, I thought it sounded kind of silly that, like, okay, spy husband, assassin wife, I get that. But then, like, a psychic child, that sounds kind of, like, forced for a gimmick. But no, that's so important to how she works in the dynamic between the two.
Like we were saying in the last video, when we addressed Volume 1, I just love the little faces she makes. Like after she reads some fucked up shit on her parents' mind, she's like, "Oh, fuck."
Okay, one of my favorite Anya panels, obviously top one is the original smug smirk. I love when they're mocking her for like a while and she keeps up the smirk, but then it zooms in on her face and there's a little fire in her pupil.
Yeah.
It's so good. And then she sees all the other kids are gone, and she just decks this boy.
She just she KOs him. That's one of my favorites. His gross little like curves in his face after it's gross. It's so gross too.
So good. And then she tries to lie, but then she has the great recovery of saying it's because he stepped on her friend's foot, which he did do. If you look back, it's cropped so you can't see that happened, but you see the top of that panel.
Oh, that's a nice little inclusion.
No, it's perfectly executed. And so she immediately wins a friend for life in her little friend here. And then she also, makes a very important connection to Desmond, or Desmond's son, Lil Connor.
I'm shocking the shit out of him.
I absolutely love at the end where you get the horrified expressions of all three of them in their first class photo. I didn't even realize that the first time reading through this.
Wait, really?
Yeah, look at the end of this chapter. You get a picture of their class photo, and then it has a little bubble pointing out to zoom in on just the Forger family, and you have Twilight looks exhausted. I'm sure both from this and like various missions he's been going on. Yora's just super embarrassed, and then Anya's just like dead.
That's great. That's so good.
But the best part: Stella tell Imperial Scholar 8, Tonitrus bolts tell Expulsion 7, Affinity with Damien -100.
That's great.
So good. So now we're on 8.5. This is a cute one. At first I didn't even get why it was 8.5 because it seems so like it seems just like a
from what happened
chapter. But I guess it takes place outside of the like timeline of them going to the school. Like this probably happened earlier. I don't know why it was released as 8.5. I haven't like checked that, but you just get them going on vacation to keep up appearances to the aquarium, and yet all.
It was a nice little like step. Like I really enjoyed Chapter 8. I think Chapter 8's one of my favorites. So, but it was a nice little like step back.
Yeah, just
You know,
just a.
it would make a good way to describe this chapter in like my mind is a nice little like it's a comfortable filler episode after like a funny episode like the episode we just saw.
Yeah. Well, and it's nice to go back to some Twilight-centric stuff because he hasn't got to do that much in these latest chapters because they've really been mostly Anya and then some Yor, but now we're getting a little Twilight again because he's got to track down the right goddamn penguin.
Oh goodness, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Honestly,
no, it was so
I might
good.
make the photo of that little kid my my wallpaper. Like currently, you've seen it. For those at home, my current wallpaper for my phone is a clip from the episode of The Last Airbender where it's like Appa standing on his own 2 feet.
It's a good one.
Making some goon face. And I'm not gonna lie, I look at it and it releases some serotonin. I get a good giggle at it. I'll look at it in class. I'm like, simple mind. But yeah.
Might be getting replaced with a like Anya or Lil Connor shot or both.
It might be the scene. It might be the one where Anya is just decking little Connor.
That'd be good.
If I'm being
hard
100
to frame, but like it could be done. But like going on in this chapter, I love how Anya like since she knows what's going on, she knows like her dad's on a mission right now, so she like helps by grabbing onto this like obviously evil and dangerous man, and so she's just like holding onto his coat for dear life and starts yelling about being kidnapped.
It's just every chapter there's something new that makes Anya my favorite.
So well, nothing has happened, I don't think, like, ever, to make me like a character less. Like, everything makes me like them more. Because then you immediately get Yor going into, like, Mama Bear mode, because she thinks Anya's in trouble. She kicks this man into the ceiling, like, his skull goes into the ceiling, and then Anya drops down and has a cute little expression as Yor catches her.
I love the dynamic that's slow. Like, it's quickly and, like, reasonably developing, too.
It's so great. And then of course you got Twilight showing up a little late as always, but perfect with his big penguin he brought in.
Big penguin.
I like so we've talked about like Anya does her little Papa's a liar thing, but I also like how Yor, since she obviously can't read a mind, just interprets all of Twilight's like weird actions as him just like overreacting and exaggerating his feelings towards Anya. Like, it's so cute.
No, it's great. I love it.
And then, yeah, 8.5 was very good. Very, like you said, it's a nice break from the intensity of the school chapters. Intensity you might know. Oh my gosh, I forgot this next chapter starts with Anya in a little nightcap. And then everyone's just in a bad mood this morning.
I don't really remember what happens much in this chapter.
So this chapter, her mission is to go apologize to Damien, and all the school kids get little hats, and I love the little hats.
Oh yeah. I'm flipping through it on my phone right now.
Like
hopefully, I've been putting my phone down, as like checking it and like flipping through pages. Hopefully, it doesn't pick it up too loud. If not, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
I don't think so. I've clicked a couple times, and I don't think it picks it up bad. But you get Damien rolling up with the bandage on his face, and again, like this author is just so good at character dynamics. Because you have Anya, like, isn't that mad at the kid, so she's like, especially because of how much she loves her dad, she's willing to go and apologize to him. But then you got little milady girl being like, no, you shouldn't apologize to him. He sucks, and we're going to go hang out without him. And so Anya's, like, getting interrupted with her mission. And then you got Twilight in the background, like, guilting her into apologizing.
Do you think like Anya's like internally like I know we don't see it, but she's like, I have a mission.
Oh yeah, she
I'm
seems.
like,
I mean, she seems determined and just very nervous that she can't do anything right now. But you really get the establishment of her and Becky's friendship. I also like that. I think this is the first time we see Becky's name, and they just introduce it in the cute way of Anya continuing to call her Milady until she hears it again.
yeah.
And it's so good. And then you get Damien starting to come to the realization that he has a crush on Anya.
I mean, do you not have crushes on girls that just beat the shit out of you?
I mean, like obviously Damien is a young man of good taste.
Taste.
But
Like we're out here saying I want her to step on me. That's what we're referring to. Okay, I'm just
there you go.
children.
Yeah, Damien's he's starting young. He knows what's up. But then you just get all these incredible ways Twilight is subtly guilting Anya. Like he shines down a message from God that she should apologize. He edits her English books. He writes bloody ketchup messages on her omelet.
Omelet of God.
Oh, I forgot this part. This was such a good way to resolve it where she's just hearing all the mean things Damien's like Crab and Goyle sidekicks are saying about her, how she's like poor and short and dumb, and so she starts crying when she apologizes.
Crab and Goyle. What a great way to refer to them as.
I think it's pretty accurate. I forgot that she apologizes for her stubby legs. Too wholesome, too good for this, world.
Too nice for us, if we're honest.
She is just complete. Like obviously, Damien is head over heels after that, and but he's got to overcorrect and say he'll never forgive her, and then Twilight obviously doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't understand the machinations of children, and so he's just like given up.
Yeah, I think that's I don't know.
Also, this great panel at the end of Becky just like lost in the middle of the school because Twilight sent her away.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So good. I'm very excited for more school chapters. Love them. I don't really
especially if like this dynamic keeps up. You know what I mean?
I'm sure. I mean, I think we have just such a great cast of characters at the school now, and I'm sure there'll only be more. But even what we have with Anya, Becky, and Damien is already really fun.
All right, moving on. Chapter 10.
And
or 9.
No,
10.
No, 10. 10 kind of slows stuff down because it's just Anya studying.
It's like it's like not exactly as good as 8.5, but it's its own sort of like slow down, like, whoo.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's just some wholesome family time. You get a little backstory for Yor's brother Yuri, which is important for the future, and you get Anya hiding out in like the closet, and you get some really good like Yor is just like, even though obviously at this point everything's fake and they're just keeping up appearances, you get just Yor and Twilight really supporting each other in like really sweet ways, because like Yor's telling him ways he could like encourage Anya more, but also saying that how he's like already a really good father, and how and how Yor obviously is like very aware of the fakeness of everything, but Twilight's like letting her know that she can, like, she is the wife and she is the mother, and she can be more involved with Anya, which is real sweet.
I like how she's not discouraged at all either.
Yeah, no, it's great. I really like this the kind of more background talking about the mission for Donovan Desmond, where Twilight, like, he's like, it would be very easy for me to go and assassinate that man, but like assassinating a government official has never really helped anybody.
Yeah, no.
All I'm saying is if we dropped a spy and a spy became best friend, or and a spy's fake psychic daughter became best friends with the child of Archduke Ferdinand, maybe we wouldn't have had some World Wars. That's all I'm saying. No Hitler.
Kids? No Hitler. No World War II.
If Austria had Twilight dropped in there, wouldn't have even been a thing.
I agree with you. Or Germany, just Germany too.
Anybody.
Anything really of significance in 10 outside of that? I don't think so.
You just get the real cute thing that Anya wasn't like hiding. She was studying all day, working hard, and
hard or hardly working.
Twilight knowing what's important to her, so he tapes the spy show for her.
What a good dad.
But then we get the next development. So it looks like, at least for the next few chapters, we're not going to be on the school, but we're going to be focusing on something else, which is Yor's brother.
And then, is chapter 11 the end of the volume, or the end of the volume? I think 11.
11 is the end of the volume, so we get just
the only, like, the biggest thing I remember from 11, outside of the great little scene of, or the cute little panel of Anya at the beginning, where she's like 2/3. You know that one?
3/3.
Oh, 3/3. I mean, I'm not looking at it. Sure,
yeah. She's still figuring out math, and just the teacher saying that is incorrect in every possible way.
It feels like us talking sometimes.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I didn't realize that. I really thought we were going for, I forget what this country's called, but I thought we were going for more of like a Russia thing, but then we meet these guys who are just Nazis.
Yeah.
They are part of the SS.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's just fine.
And then, at the end of 11, we get
not even at the end. Like, in the middle, we get the reveal that Yuri, Yor's brother, is an SSS officer and is good at torturing people.
Yeah, it's fine.
Or maybe not torturing, but at least violently endangering people.
One could argue that both Twilight and Thornburn does that too.
Okay, we did forget the very important thing that happens in this chapter is Twilight's realization that he can use the spy show to teach Anya more effectively.
Yeah.
How many bullets does Bondman's gun hold? That gun has an 8-round capacity. So that's 2/8. And then, I don't know about you, but I assume Anya is saying ammunition in a like heavy southern accent with how it's like spelled out. And she's like, he has 2/8 of his ammunition.
Ammunition.
It's adorable. Oh, and then she just turns to Yor and says it again.
Ammunition. Yeah, and then at the end of the chapter, like, you know, you get Yuri like walking up to like the house and having weird vibes about him being called too into his sister, I think.
Wait, I don't want to skip, like, every page of this is so good. You get that Twilight has a package of stuff ready to decorate the room, to decorate the whole house to be more lovey-dovey for having people over. And he puts out, like, cup that says love, a bunch of family photos, elaborately doctored photos. I didn't see that the first time through. Big romantic bed, which makes Twilight and especially Yor uncomfortable. And then you get another great Anya panel just looking up and saying, Papa and Mama are gonna kiss. And then they both shut her down very violently.
Why don't they just let this little girl have it?
But yeah, like you said, Yuri obviously like is very, very invested in his sister. But I think she's very invested in him too. You know, as he says, she has literally broken his ribs before.
Yeah, out of a hug though, or you know, love.
Yeah.
There's that wasn't him saying that. That was like Anya reading Yor's mind and then getting scared about the hugs.
No, he's remembering. He's like, as he's approaching, he feels the ache in the ribs that she broke.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But yeah, so then we just get some, exposition about people hiding each other. And then the end panel for this chapter is gorgeous and such a good setup for obviously what the next few chapters like arc is going to be, because you get like the super happy Yuri greeting them, and then the really creepy look in his eye, and then you get Yor and Twilight greeting him like as a really like wholesome looking family, and then the creepy up close look at Twilight's eye. It's like it's perfect. It's a perfect setup.
No, it's great.
The series is so goddamn good, Connor.
Yeah, it's a nice refresher. Alright, and I think that's about it for Volume 2.
Yeah, I am so excited to see where this goes. I don't know. We'll definitely continue this soon. I don't know when, but like I think I can't. I'll let you speak for yourself, Connor. But I'm loving this series. It's unlike anything else I've read anytime recently.
No, it's fantastic. Alright. Anyway, on that note, we'll sign it off here. I've been Connor.
I've been Lucas.